Welcome once again to Will & Ware Games Corner. This video, first I'm showing you a bit of recording I did without camera, in which here I found the 5 missing or the 5 remaining Scarab sarcophagi with a final clue. Impossible level, infinite times. I wonder if this is related to that Scarab in E10 that seems impossible to obtain. So as you can see, this final room was actually in the room of the lights. You can actually see the stone arrow in the floor and opens 5 more Scarab riddles. This one seems related to the old lady game. Something related to the trophies that we have received some clues about. That, which is the uniforms, and some birthday cakes. And there is something written, but impossible to read. I still don't know what to do with those letters. I found at least a couple of places with text like that, which is not possible to read. I wonder if it's part of some ARG kind of puzzle. Let me know in the comments if you know what is up with that text. So with this new clue, I go directly to the Scarab in E10, and I'm gonna try to apply what that clue is telling me. Finding this page, the last page of the diary in this section. Funnily enough, I suspect what I did, I can't remember if I left that in the bit of video I uploaded, but I did manage to put at least one of the blocks in a infinite loop. Now I suspect that was correct, I just needed to leave it there for longer. So the question now is, do I remember how I did it? Like this. Now we just wait. I did give up. I think I reset the level. But I'm gonna just let it go. No, it did. It actually did. Now I just need to do the right move. And that's it. So I could have solved this totally by chance last time. One I know about is the uniforms. That one should be easy. I think I already took notes. So, basic uniform has no numbers that I can see. Layton has a 9. Astronaut 8, 9. Buffy a 1. Tomb Raider Lara Croft has a 64. 989164. It was this one. 989164. What? The order is different. My bad. So we have Leighton, which was 8, 9. No, wait. This is the real order. Why is there 3 pyramids? I really need to set up the camera. So why is this not a valid solution? Wait. The moon is the wrong way around. Does that mean that it should be 9, 8? The skull and the pyramids. There are 2 pyramids here. The icon is 3 pyramids. If 2 pyramids is 64, I'm thinking 8 times 8 is 64. 3 pyramids. But rather than, I don't think it's going to be power, because that would go over 2 digits. But 64 means every pyramid could be seen as 32. So 3 pyramids would be 96. Back to the room. So 9, 8, 1, 9, 6. Not that. I'll go back to 8, 9, just in case it was only the pyramids that was the trick. Back to the uniforms. I was happy with that solution. I think this is going in the right direction, but I may be missing something still. Let's take another look at those notes. The moon is that way. There are 3 pyramids. If the moon looking this way is 89, the moon looking that way should be 98. I think I'm happy with that idea. But maybe it's not flipped. Maybe it has turned, which would mean that an 89 becomes a 68. So now that would mean a 9, 6, 8, 1, 9, 6. This has to be correct. And it is correct. Cakes. We also need the year. We only have the month and the day. We are missing our own birthday. How do we know the birthday of, I'm assuming, hamster? We are adding dates, 5 dates. We have 4 dates. Count Coupon Cinema. Big King Cinema. We need 5 birthdays. Day, month, year. We have some birthdays for Hamstein, for Anne-Marie, for Triceratops, and for Caraon. That's only 4 instead of 5. And there are no years in here. There is no way we can know the year all of these characters were born. Now, I did have an idea about the one date we know for certain with a year, which is when this game was released. Would that be one of the birthdays that we need? Let's begin taking note of these ones. If we look at when this game was released, that was 16th of February of 26. Is there any way we can know how old these characters are? If we add the numbers we have right now here, 67, 73. $13, $25, and $8.33. Could this be the solution? Birthday cake. Fingers crossed. No. What else can this be? First version ever 2024. Pharaoh's creation 2024. Fine, then. Couple of options here. All these characters were born on 2024, as in that's when the game was created and designed. So if the year of all of these characters is 2024, adding 24 as the birth year for the 4 characters, 73, 34, 22. I don't think it's gonna be this, but at this point I need to try different possibilities. Not that. Discount coupon cinema. Is that related somehow? Big Kin Cinema. Hamstein, Anne-Marie, Triceratops, around. Is the cinema part relevant? Each of these characters representing a different film, maybe. Around. I don't think there is a strong correlation between these characters and different films. The only obvious correlation is Hamster Jones to Indiana Jones, but Anne-Marie Hamstein sounds a bit like Frankenstein, maybe, but that's grasping at straws. Indiana Jones released in 81. Yeah, but I don't have the years, so I don't see how this is relevant. 12th of June 1981. 12th of June is not here. No, I think I'm going down the wrong path here. Don't see any potential relationships between these guys and different movies. Films released on 4th of August. Anything that could be related to Hamstein. Coyote Ugly, obviously. Films released on Christmas Eve is going to be a huge amount of. 18th of May may be better. Shrek, Deadpool 2, Battleship. Nothing here can I see relating to Anne-Marie. Nothing here can I see related to Hamstermind. No, this is going down the wrong path. Wait. Hold on a second. 18th of May. That's the birthday of Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie is a donkey. Shrek has a donkey. Am I going crazy here? Triceratops 11, June 11. Jurassic Park. Triceratops is a Triceratops. Caraon, 24th December 24. Aristocats. Is this really a thing? Hamstein. August 04. Hamstein is a pig. Coyote Ugly. Barnyard Kidnap. Babe. Okay, so this is not a coincidence, I think, at this point. These are all, I'm going to say, major films released on these dates featuring an animal like this one. So do I need the years for all of these films? And then I'm missing one for Hamster Jones. I don't think of any films featuring a hamster. Google doesn't seem to offer any good ones. The best one he can offer is Bolt. But that's... it seems like quite a different one from the ones we have found. Hamster in a... I mean, Hamster Jones obviously is a reference to Indiana Jones, but that doesn't have any hamsters in it. Babe, 95. Aristocats, in 70. Jurassic Park, 93. Shrek, released in 2001. What should I do then? Should I go with Raiders of the Lost Ark? Release date? It seems incredibly random. 12th of June of 1981. 694040. Although I'll eat my hat if that's the answer. Not that, obviously. Now, the relationship with the films has to be meaningful. Also, I'm not sure these years make much sense, but I wouldn't know which years to go with otherwise. And if it's not these years, what's the point of linking to the movies? I will need to keep thinking about this. Maybe this should be again the release date of the game. That was 16th of February 2026. So if it's that, then what's the total? 733585. 733585. That was not it. I'm gonna let this one rest a bit. Let me know in the comments, do you have any ideas? Any different way of dealing with these dates I haven't thought about? Can you think of how these movies are relevant? Is it not the release year that we want? Which date should be the 5th date? The Hamster Jones date. Fine, so what else do we have? We have that, and we have the cups. And this is what we have. A1 is a 2, B1 is 0, B1 is 6. But I think we have some other clues. Yes, A1, B1 is 20. B1, A1 is 2. That matches. So I guess the question is, D1 is 11. question is, what's the meaning of that? What are those cups and those numbers? Is it just the different levels? I already gave some thought to how could A1 be 2 and B1 be 0 and came up empty. So this could be a 2. How is this a 2? Are there 2 of anything? D1 11. D1, that seems particularly interesting. D1 11. Welcome to space, and the P is uppercase. And yet it is an 11. I must be missing something here. I don't think this is enough. As for the old lady game, this is the clue for the old lady's game. Word A1, word B2. Must be a line. Alright, so as you just saw, I just solved that one. And I say solved in a very round way. So don't know if you will see this, but after several attempts trying to make the words work in a chain. So this puzzle, the key is you start with 2 words, in this case Hamstermind, as you see in this clue, and you need to create a chain of words. So hamster is gonna connect to a word. I'm pretty certain it connects to pet, hamster pet, and mind connects to game, a mind game. Those connections can happen in, I think, one of 3 ways. As per the old lady game, you can go from strange to odd and from little to small, which is a synonym. You can go from odd to even and from small to big, antonym, opposite meaning or same meaning. And you can go from even to break, break even, and from big to deal, big deal, to form an idiom or a compound noun. And then whatever is left, you try to make sense of it phonetically. Hamster dots. So I've been spending a bit of time trying to make that chain of words work. And I have not had full success. Here you can see the words. The first, hamster connects to pet, and then in the same column or in the same row, you must connect the other words. So mine connects in the same column to game. So far, so good. Now I think game connects to over here. And this I am not sure at all, but over is opposite meaning to, it's not an opposite meaning. Game over is an idiom. A pet hole, I think, is what you call a cat door or a dog door in a bigger door. I am not sure. Over then can connect to under with opposite meaning, and opposite of hole could be a cover, and that is in the same column. Now from under, I think we can go to ground, probably underground, and from cover we can go to maybe nose, a nose cover. This is flimsy, I know, and almost certainly not totally not right. Now, from ground, you could go to pepper, ground pepper, and from nose, and this is even flimsier, I'm thinking you can maybe go to side, nose side, like if something bad for you is nose side. I'm just thinking about this because of an unlock game that uses that wordplay. I'm almost certain this is not correct. And after these things start to really break up for me. Side, I think, connects to effect, side effect. And pepper can connect to salt. Effect then connects to butterfly, the butterfly effect. And salt now connects to nothing that makes sense. So at this point, after several attempts to make sense of this, I decided to see which words I can connect in chains, even though I'm not certain of where those chains will work. I saw that pepper can connect to salt, salt can connect to sea salt, sea can connect easily to Black Sea and to Red Sea. Red and black also can connect to pepper. Black also could connect to flag, but that works better. Something else. Red could connect to line, as in the red line in One Piece, which we've had a lot of references already to. National connects very well to international. Inter also connects very well to net, internet. Butterfly net also connects fine. Date, the date line would also connect. Basically, I end up with something like this, where I have still day, line, flag, date, to breathe. Like twice the words I need, and not even certain if these are the right words. But looking at these words, what I can see is that to is a very nice word for wordplay, because obviously to can be read as two. And trying to make something sensible with this, I realized you cannot do anything with breathe. I thought date, that contains the word 8, 2 is a number. Are there other numbers that I can form? I didn't see how to do that. However, you can do date, 2, day. And that, of course, sounds exactly the same as date today. For me, I'm doing this on the 5th of April of 2026. Happy Easter, everyone. And that meant a solution of using that date. And as you just saw, it worked. So that's one more done. 3 remaining at the bid list. And that's it, that's the solution. Bit long-winded, but I'll put this fully in the video. You are watching this, if you have any ideas about the missing puzzles, not at the point where I want open spoilers, but I'll be fine with especially ideas. In any case, thank you for watching. Remember to like the video, yeah? Amazing, right? I'll see you next time in Will and War Games Corner. Goodbye.